Women love to act like they have everything under control. They present themselves as strong, independent, and completely unaffected by men. But the truth, every woman, no matter how powerful she seems, has hidden weaknesses that can make her completely lose control around the right man. These aren't the obvious things you hear in mainstream dating advice. No, these are the deep psychological triggers that make a woman's walls come crashing down. And most men, they have no idea these weaknesses even exist, because attraction isn't just about looks, money, or status. It's about psychology. And once you learn how to push the right buttons, women won't just want you, they'll need you. 1. The silent power of a man's touch. Words can charm, but touch ignites. A woman might steel herself against a silver-tongued suitor, but let a man brush his fingers across her skin with quiet intent, and her defenses falter. It's not just chemistry, it's biology, etched deep into her being. No matter how loudly she proclaims her independence, a man who knows how to wield touch can turn her resolve to ash. Science backs this primal truth. A study from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships revealed that a simple touch spikes oxytocin in a woman's bloodstream, the hormone of trust, warmth, and longing. Picture this. She's wavering, unsure about him, her mind a fortress of logic. Then his hand grazes the small of her back as he guides her through a crowded room. It's fleeting, subtle, but her pulse quickens. Her thoughts blur. She doesn't even know why. It's not about groping or clinging, it's about precision. A light press on her wrist as he laughs at her joke, a casual brush across her knee as he shifts closer, sporadic, deliberate, electric. Each contact plants a seed of tension, a whisper of more. Her body reacts before her mind can catch up, craving the next spark. A man bold enough to wield touch doesn't just flirt. He commands her senses, tying her to him with invisible threads of desire. Think of the brooding rebel who doesn't just talk across the table. He leans in, his fingers grazing hers as he makes a point. He tucks a stray lock of hair behind her ear like it's instinct. Suddenly, she's not just hearing him, she's feeling him. She might swear she's unshaken, but her quickened breath betrays her. That's the alchemy of touch. 2. The forbidden effect. Here's a universal law of the heart. Women burn for what slips through their fingers. Tell her she can't have you and watch her chase. Shower her with devotion and she'll drift away. It's the forbidden fruit effect, wired into her psyche, as old as time. Psychologist Robert Cialdini calls it the scarcity principle. The rarer something feels, the more it consumes us. Apply that to attraction and it's dynamite. A man who's always there, always texting, always eager. He's a doormat she'll step over. But a man who's elusive, busy, unpredictable, just out of reach. He's a puzzle she can't stop solving. When she senses she might lose him to his own life, his passions, or even another woman, her instincts kick in. She fights to claim him. A man who chases too hard screams desperation. A man who walks away when it's warranted radiates power. Be selective. Let her feel like one of many options, not the sole prize, and she'll scramble to prove she's the one who matters. Pull back, and she'll lean in. 3. Why drama keeps her hooked. Men think women crave calm waters, stability, predictability, a steady hand. And sure, that's the dream for a lifetime, but in the heat of the moment, they're drawn to the storm. Emotional turbulence, highs that lift her to the sky, lows that plunge her into doubt, lights a fire in her that boredom can't touch. Dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, surges when emotions swing. That's why the unpredictable rogue keeps her hooked, even as she curses his name. He vanishes for a day, then strolls back in with a smirk. He teases her until she's laughing, then challenges her until she's fuming. He's a riddle she can't crack, and she loves it. Comfort smothers desire, tension fuels it. The men who master this don't play games, they wield contrast. Too much presence, and she grows complacent. Too much absence, and she forgets. Strike the balance, as seduction legend Robert Greene advises, and she's yours. Her emotions, not her logic, steer the ship, and a man who stirs that sea keeps her tethered. 4. How a man's tone controls her mind. A woman's ears are a gateway to her mind, and a man's voice is the key. It's not just what he says, it's how. A deep, steady timbre, a pause that hangs heavy with intent. It seeps into her subconscious, stirring something ancient. Studies from the University of Aberdeen confirm it. Women gravitate to lower-pitched voices, linking them to strength, certainty, dominance. But it's more than pitch, it's rhythm. Rush your words and you sound frantic. Drag too long and you seem lost. Speak with measured control and she's drawn in, hanging on each syllable. Think of the cinematic seducer. He doesn't babble or beg. He leans close, his voice a low rumble, every word a brushstroke on her nerves. Silence, too, is a weapon, a deliberate pause before he answers, letting her anticipation build. That's where the magic lives. 5. The hidden effect of jealousy. Desire isn't solitary, it thrives in a crowd. A woman might like a man, but let her see other women circling him, and liking turns to obsession. It's not petty, it's primal. She's programmed to seek the alpha, the one others want, the prize that proves her worth. Social proof is a siren call. A man fawned over by one woman is intriguing. A man desired by many is intoxicating. A suitor who fixates solely on her risks, seeming small, loyal perhaps, but untested. But a man who carries the quiet confidence of demand. She'll claw her way to the front of the line, subtly signal your worth. No boasting, just presence, and she'll feel the heat of competition driving her closer. 6. The sweet spot of tension. Most men stumble here. They rush in, eager to seal the deal, spilling their hearts too soon. They smother the mystery, douse the spark. But a woman's desire thrives in the unknown. She needs the slow burn, the tease, the space to wonder. Rush her, and she retreats. Hold back just enough, and she's addicted. Flirt with restraint, touch with purpose. Let her chase the thread of your attention. The men who win her aren't the loudest. They're the ones who make her work for it, who build a delicious tension she can't escape. That's her weakness laid bare, the ache for what's just beyond her grasp. 7. The fantasy effect. The narrative a guy crafts in a woman's mind is more important than physical appearance when it comes to attraction. When guys aren't around, women feel a certain way, and that's when they fall for them. It has nothing to do with appearance, power, or wealth that causes women to develop unhealthy obsessions with particular males. Their fantasies are sparked by those males. They leave exactly the right amount of room for a woman's creativity to fill in the blanks. Why do fans get so enamored with famous people? Not because they know them personally, but because they manage to conjure up an illusion and a feeling of fascination that keeps people captivated. If every guy knows the golden rule, that is, not to give her everything at once, he too can bring about the same impact. When asked a question, the majority of men will give an in-depth, straight-to-the-point explanation. Being honest helps people connect, but what is the truth? For some reason, women have an innate tendency to seek for mysteries. She finds herself thinking about a man more often if he maintains an air of mystery, playfully acts, and doesn't allow her figure him out too soon. If a man can captivate a woman's thoughts, she will remember him forever. What about true power? His silence says more than everything he says to her. 8. The authority effect. Even while women claim to seek equality in romantic partnerships, their biological makeup actually demands a dominant figure, not autocratic. Dislikes becoming overly preoccupied with details, someone who is sure of himself when making decisions. The allure a woman feels is more than just feelings, it's instinctual. A man taking command is the surest way to appeal to that baser impulse. That's why powerful guys inspire such wild fantasies in women. This is why men are put through their paces with easy tasks to gauge their resilience. And that's why she loses interest in a man the second he starts trying to get her favor. "What do you want to do?" isn't something a powerful man would ask every 5 minutes. According to him, "Let's do this." He knows exactly what to do and doesn't second-guess himself when the moment comes, and it elicits an automatic reaction from women. Men who are self-conscious, who are always looking for approval, and who allow women to have complete control over their lives may be pleasant to look at, but they fail to inspire passionate desire. As soon as a woman detects any doubt on a man's part, she begins to distance herself. However, the self-assured leader, he has her faith. To her, he is an intellectual. She desires him in the end. 9. The emotional drug. According to a woman, all she wants is a relationship that is nice, steady, and drama-free. Now, what about the reality? She will quickly move on from a man if he fails to evoke strong emotions in her. It is not a rational decision for women to fall for guys. These men have a way of bringing up a wide range of feelings in them, including excitement, envy, surprise, and doubt, which causes them to stumble. The fluctuations in mood are what lead to addiction. Women are addicted to guys who make them feel a rush of emotions, same as individuals get addicted to roller coasters, gambling, or searching out thrills. A dull, predictable guy. She may like him, but she won't be interested in him. Whoever pushes her, surprises her, and keeps her guessing, the man who teases her 1 minute and pulls away the next, is the one she can't get enough of. No man can ever get a woman's undivided attention unless he knows how to keep her emotionally involved. 10. The submissive trigger. Despite modern freedom, most women still want a guy to make them feel safe. They want more than just to be with a man. They want to feel like they belong to him. This is not about control. It is not about being possessive. It is based on a fundamental psychological craving for power and security. Women enjoy feeling feminine, but they can only truly embrace this aspect of themselves when they are with a man who is masculine enough to manage it. When a man exudes dominance through his body language, tone, and thinking, a woman feels comfortable yielding to him. And in that surrender, she discovers her deepest attraction. A weak man cannot trigger this. If he appears nervous, unsure, or apologetic, she is unable to embrace her feminine side. But what about the man who understands his worth, establishes limits, and leads with confidence? She dissolves. And the best part, she will not understand why. She will just sense it. Now you hold the keys most men never find. Step into that power. Be the man who lingers in her thoughts, who stirs her depths. Want more? Subscribe, stay sharp, stay ahead. Until next time.